Hello interwebs, and thanks for tuning into TradeChat. My name's Panzer, and today I'm going to be bringing you 39 tips for brand new League of Legends players. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, remember to rate it thumbs up. Disclaimer, I am not a professional League of Legends player. If we're being totally honest, I'm not even that great at League of Legends, but I'm okay and I do know the basics of the game. When I first started playing League of Legends, my friends neglected to tell me some things that would have made my life much easier, and I'm sure the lives of my teammates much less stressful. So that is my goal today, is to convey this knowledge and this wisdom onto you. So if you are an experienced League of Legends player, you probably will know all these things already. But if you are a fresh install, a brand new player who's never played Han or Dota or anything of the like, or even if you're a novice player who's been playing for a little while, these tips may really help you and you might learn something today. At the end of the video, if you feel like there's anything that I missed that would help out some new players, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below because helpful, right? I hope you guys like the video. Let's get right to it. There are 3 lanes in Summoner's Rift: top, middle, and bottom. Until the first tower is down in each lane, it is considered to be laning phase, where everyone protects their turrets and mostly stays in their own lane, unless they're getting an objective like Dragon or helping to gank another lane. Once 3 tier 1 towers are down, usually around the 20-minute mark, the game will transition to team phase where everyone stays together. Something that you're going to hear a lot of in League of Legends is meta build. Meta build is one of the most common team compositions in League of Legends, though not the only one, definitely the most common, and it involves a tank or bruiser going top, an AP carry or an assassin going mid, it could be an assassin, a tank, or a bruiser in the jungle, and then there are 2 people bottom lane, an AD carry who tries to get all the farm and all the kills for himself in that lane, and then he is supported by a support character who wards the river and buffs and CCs the enemy and tries not to take any of the farm, but also tries to help the AD carry get kills. Try to learn all the roles in League of Legends. Sometimes a champion can fill multiple roles. The roles in League of Legends are as follows: AP carry, AD carry, bruiser, assassin, tank, support, and jungler. An AD carry usually plays a ranged attack damage champion. They play bottom lane with a support and do a lot of damage. They are very important in team fights and are a priority target for enemies. An AP carry is a bursty ability power damage dealing character. So they're like a mage, they do magic damage. They're a priority target for enemies and they usually play mid lane. Bruisers are usually melee or tanky DPS with a lot of sustain or life. They focus the enemy carries in team fights and they usually play a top or jungle position. Assassins are usually AP champions, but not always. They are good chasers and have a lot of burst damage. They generally play a mid or jungle role. A tank protects the carries. They initiate fights and aim for enemies to focus them. They usually play top or jungle, although sometimes they play a support role. The jungler is normally a bruiser or a tank, sometimes an assassin. They clear the jungle minions and help laners get kills or burn enemy summoner abilities. A support champion heals or buffs the carries, CCs enemies, and is responsible for the majority of the warding. They go bottom lane with the AD carry during laning phase. Avoid champions that have a lot of skill shots like Ahri, Cassiopeia, or Ezreal when you're first learning to play League of Legends. My personal recommendation for first champions to try out are Ryze, who plays mid, Annie, who also plays mid, Soraka or Sona, who are both supports, or Ashe, who is an AD carry. Practice, practice, practice. Practice is what improves your skill in League of Legends, so the best thing that you can really do is play the same couple champions a lot. Don't be afraid to use a guide to learn more about your champion before you play them. These same guides will also teach you how to build your champion as well as in what order to take your skills. Don't be a victim of League of Legends pranking. An unfortunately common prank that players pull on new League of Legends players is to tell them to press D to dance. In reality, D will not make you dance at all, instead it wastes one of your summoner abilities. Speaking of summoner abilities, read up on them and learn what they do. At level 1, I would suggest using Ghost and Heal. Play against AI until you're level 5 or so. This will help you learn the basics of the game as well as avoid Smurf accounts, which is a high-level player on a brand new account. Learn to play with an unlock screen. You can unlock your screen by pressing Y and relock it by pressing Y, or you can just toggle the camera on your character by hitting the spacebar. No one ever told me to play with an unlocked screen, so I was already level 30 by the time that I realized that I needed to unlock my screen, and it was kind of like teaching an old dog new tricks. And since I learned to play with an unlocked screen, my game has significantly improved, but I really wish that I had just played like that since level 1, because then there wouldn't be like any adjustment period. I would just have learned to play that way, and it would have been better for everybody, especially me. Towers will always prioritize hitting minions over you unless you step in front of the minions and you are within tower range before the minions are, or if you hit an enemy champion within tower range. You can use B to recall back to the altar, heal yourself, restore your mana, and shop. Don't be afraid to recall if you're really low health. Try to keep an eye on your minimap at all times. Map awareness is so important. If there are no enemies visible on your minimap, it's kind of like being in a horror movie and all the lights just went out. Play super cautiously until you can see someone. Try to be very aware of your positioning. Think about where potential enemies could be coming from and try not to leave yourself blind spots where you're open to getting ganked. If you're standing in a bush, enemies can't see you unless they're also in the bush or if the bush is warded. Green wards give your team vision of an area of the map that is covered by the fog of war, or if they're placed in a bush, you can see what's in the bush. Pink wards do the same thing, only they also reveal invisible units. Well-placed wards can give your team a huge advantage. If you're playing against a champion who stealths, the best way to counter them is to keep your lane warded with pink wards. Pink wards counter all stealthers. There are two forms of currency in League of Legends: Riot Points and Influence Points. Riot Points are purchased with money and Influence Points are earned by playing the game. Almost every skin in the game is purchased with Riot Points. On the other hand, all champions can be purchased with either Influence Points or Riot Points. It's really up to you which one you use, although it is usually better to just save up the IP for a champion. There are a couple champions and champion skins that you can get for free. Unchained Alistar and Riot Girl Tristana are available by subscribing to Riot's YouTube channel and liking League of Legends on Facebook. I have everything linked below for you. Every week, Riot releases some champions that are free to try out. You should definitely take advantage of this. It's a good idea to try new champions against AI before you bring them into a PvP environment. When you do start PvPing, immediately disable all chat. Ignore toxic players. Press tab and use the mute function if you need to. If you can't stay positive and be polite, just don't talk at all. Trash talking and being negative will most likely result in a report, which can in turn get you banned or suspended. Every time you get killed, the other team gets gold, so above all else, focus on staying alive. Not giving the other team kills should be your #1 priority. Avoid getting tunnel vision. Getting greedy and chasing to try to secure a kill can actually put you in position to get yourself killed. Play for the good of your team, not for your own personal score. Don't forget that League of Legends is an objective game, not team deathmatch. There are 3 objectives on Summoner's Rift that grant buffs. The Lizard Elder grants red buff, which gives the player on-hit true damage and slows enemies. This is particularly useful for the AD carry. The Ancient Golem grants blue buff, which gives the player mana or energy regeneration as well as cooldown reduction. This is especially useful for players who play mid lane. Both red and blue buff are generally controlled by the junglers early game. Baron Nashor grants the entire team a large amount of attack damage, ability power, bonus health, and mana regeneration. Baron is a very important buff to control late game. Whenever you can, try to keep friendly minions in between yourself and the enemy. When you're playing a support role like Sona or Soraka, you don't need to farm. You're instead going to buy gold earning items like a Philosopher's Stone or Cage's Lucky Pick. When you're farming, try to only hit a minion if it's going to be the killing blow. Last hitting minions is a very important skill to learn. Try not to needlessly push your lane. Auto-attacking down minions to get to the tower quickly can put you in position to get killed. It's not really worth buying runes until you can buy tier 3 runes. A great strategy in League of Legends is to play defensively. Seriously, just don't chase Singed. And last but not least, as always, it is a game. Please have fun. If you are not having fun, take a break, take a couple deep breaths, get yourself a snack because it's a game and you're supposed to have fun. And that's my list of 39 tips for brand new League of Legends players. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you think there's anything that I forgot to mention that would really help out someone who is new to League of Legends, feel free to be helpful and leave your comment in the comments section below. Be sure to check back on Friday for my World of Warcraft WoW Insider weekly recap, and on Sundays for my League of Legends Surrender at 20 weekly recap. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. I love you all. You're in my hearts. I'll see you soon. Bye.